Welcome to the video lecture for section 5.1, and in this section we'll go over some of the vocabulary for chapter 5 as well as using estar with conditions and emotions. So to start off, the seasons and the months in order starting with January are enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, and diciembre. For the seasons, starting with winter, el invierno, spring, la primavera, summer, el verano, and finally fall, el otoño. In terms of weather, the general question or word for talking about weather is tiempo. So how's the weather? ¿Qué tiempo hace? One thing to note, tiempo and hora are two different words. Tiempo generally refers to weather, whereas hora is time. So if you want to ask what time it is, use the question ¿qué hora es? Or at what time is an event? ¿A qué hora es? But when talking about weather, we use the word tiempo. ¿Qué tiempo hace? Now, there's several ways to answer it. You can use the verb hace, just like in the question, hace calor, hace frío, it's hot, it's cold. Hace fresco, it's cool. Hace sol, it's sunny. Hace viento, it's windy. Or you can use the verb estar. In this case, you have llueve, raining, está lloviendo. Snowing, está nevando. Está nublado, it's cloudy. So these are some of the main weather vocabulary that we'll be using. The main thing to remember is how to ask what the weather is like, ¿qué tiempo hace? And then knowing if a weather goes with the verb hacer or if it goes with the verb estar. Finally, for the last part of the vocab, we have numbers in order. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and so forth. The main context of this is with floors. So first floor, second floor, third floor, and so forth. One thing to remember is that these generally agree with the gender of whatever it is. So if you want to talk about floor, el piso, you would have primer piso, el segundo piso, el tercer piso, el cuarto piso. But if you're talking about the first person in order, la primera persona, la segunda persona, la tercera persona, la cuarta persona, the first person, the second person, the third person, the fourth person. So for now, just know 1 through 10 and know that they agree with the gender of the noun. So going on to section 5.1, first I want to just do a quick review of the uses of estar. The acronym that we use is place, so P for position. We've used that with the prepositions. One example would be el libro está sobre la mesa, the preposition being sobre. Location, yo estoy en el estadio, I'm in the stadium. Action, this is what we learned in 5.2. These are words that end in ing. I'm running, or we are running, estamos corriendo. Then finally, condition and emotion. So here's a whole chart of different adjectives that can be used to describe emotions and conditions. The main thing to know is that all these adjectives agree with the gender and number of the noun. And the general rule of the verb estar is that it's more of a temporary condition. So your condition isn't long-term, it's certainly more of a short-term condition. So for example, aburrido, bored, estoy aburrido, estamos aburridos, ella está aburrida. Bored is more of a short-term condition, no? Or contento, an emotion, yo estoy contento, tú estás contento, more of a short term. So for all of these, they agree with the gender and number, and more often than not, go with the verb estar. So for the homework, relatively straightforward. What you have to do is, looking at the context, you have to select the correct adjective along with the verb estar. So for the first one, no tenemos nada que hacer, we have nothing to do. So the most logical condition or emotion would be aburrido. We know that the subject is nosotros because nosotros tenemos. So it would be estamos muy aburridos. Plural because it's nosotros. No? Humberto blank, muy blank, en su gran cama nueva. Well, he's laying in his new big bed, cama bed. So the only logical one could be cómodo, comfortable. So él, Humberto, está muy cómodo. So go through these, see if you can figure them out. Number 3, los estudiantes de filosofía no blank blank. The first one's going to be estar, and then the second one a condition or emotion. Ellos tienen razón. They're correct. So the only logical one would be equivocado. So los estudiantes de filosofía no están equivocados.